It is 8:05. This is something we call the Morning Grind. It's a Wednesday edition of the Morning Grind. Your boy Jabari Warfield, Dab Dub, Simply Courtney, both in the building. Hope y'all doing all right. And I want to remind you guys, don't forget to check out our website. It is kazifm.org. I want to make sure you get, because we got some really cool stuff on there you got to check out. Something you could apply to your life. All right? Something else that you're definitely going to apply to your life is music. Good music. Music from good folks. Music from folks right here in Austin. And so that's what we're going to talk about in just a second. It is the Legendary Keys Tribute Show, and we're going to find out more information on it. And to bring us more information, we have the folks from that show, Lisa Harris and Mike B, the label, in the building. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We good. How are you?
Doing very
really
well.
Good. Thank you.
Good. All right. So tell us about the Legendary Keys Tribute Show.
Absolutely. So the Legendary Keys Tribute Show is a premier R&B event here in Austin, Texas. It's one that Alyssa and I conducted about 2 years ago in 2022 on a much smaller level. And this time we received a $10,000 grant from the Live Music Fund in Austin to produce this show on a much larger level. Thank you. And we're excited to do that. So we're bringing the show to downtown Austin at the Long Center, another premier venue in the city, and we're excited to bring you the music of John Legend and Alicia Keys.
Nice. Now, John Legend's been in the building a lot longer than people think, because he's actually on Lauryn Hill's Miseducation album.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. I think he was John Stevens then. Everything is everything.
Hadn't became legendary.
And then he became legendary.
Yes.
He's on one of the biggest albums in the world, man. You know,
Yeah.
so he's a legendary.
Yeah.
So you picked John and you picked Alicia Keys. Tell me about those artists specifically. Why them?
Well, I know, especially for myself, I think Mike can relate as well, is that, you know, we're performers, we perform all different styles of music, but a lot of times people will say, you know, you kind of sound like John Legend. Whenever I listen to you, I think, you know, you kind of have like an Alicia Keys vibe, you know, and so people have been saying that to me for a long time, especially, I don't know what came first, but she's always been one of my favorite artists. I'm a big R&B person. I love R&B music, and I've just always loved her music, loved her catalog. And so as I got deeper in my singing career, I was like, is my style influenced by Alicia Keys? And it's a good thing. It's a great thing. And so, I mean, I love to take that a step further by attributing her music.
Absolutely. I would completely agree. I hear countless times, oh, you sound a little bit like John Legend or this and that. And so why not honor somebody who people think that I'm similar to, and also use that as a platform to introduce myself as an artist and as an original performer here in Austin, Texas as well.
So tell us give us a little bit of history about both of you, if you would. And let's start, ladies first, Alyssa, you tell us about it.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm from California. I did a lot of work in the entertainment field in LA and moved around quite a bit with music, with singing. I'm pretty blessed to have the opportunity to travel and live in a lot of different places. And after the pandemic, I moved from Las Vegas, working and performing in Las Vegas, and I was actually planning to move to New York City, but COVID detoured me, and I ended up here in the live music capital, which was honestly the best detour that could have happened, the best redirection, because I met a huge music community and started performing a lot here and really kind of putting roots down in the musical community, and met, again, a lot of great musicians, such as Mike B, of course, and we got to work together and continue developing shows. And I'm still doing that. I'm still performing full-time as an independent artist, doing all different modes of performance, and I'm just happy to be doing this now as well.
The temperature's a little better here in Texas than it is in New York. No disrespect.
Yeah.
New York winters are special.
For sure.
All right, Mike, how about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I myself am a small town boy from Midland, Texas, about 5 hours west of here.
Nice.
Was born and raised there. My whole family still lives there.
Used to throw rocks at the oil pump.
Exactly. And get dusty as hell. But music has also been my vehicle for life and has taken me around the world. Started out in Atlanta, interned for a lot of music companies, ASCAP and the Recording Academy, and got my feet in kind of the industry and kind of learned what that was about. But performance and live performance has always been my true passion. So in 2016, I had a residency in South Korea at the Hard Rock and Soul, and that kind of shaped my outlook for my career, kind of gave me the assurance that I could do this, and since then I haven't looked back. Like I said, I've been live performance in all across the world, London, Mexico, Spain even, and not stopping, but Austin is my home, and so I've been performing the past 5 years for corporate private bands, but really trying to break out of that mold and do something original and something that I own and control.
Man, it's funny you mentioned South Korea. I lived in South Korea for a year.
Oh, amazing.
And help me out, because I like to tell the Americans this. Is it or is it not true that every Korean wants to be in a K-pop video?
They all want to be in the K-pop video,
Yeah, okay.
and they all want to feel the texture of our
Yes, they do.
hair.
Yes, they do. You play any basketball?
I do not.
Okay, because I there's another stereotype. You ain't gonna never see a basketball court in South Korea that's empty.
Really?
They go hard.
Very popular.
It's
Very
legit.
popular.
And then did you make it to Latte World?
Lotte, yeah.
Lotte,
Well, so
yeah.
the tallest building. So
Yes,
I
sir.
performed in that building
Oh, well,
every night
look at
for
that.
3 months. Yeah.
Those who don't know, I mean, he broke it down. And they have a indoor amusement park.
Yes.
Ooh.
Indoor.
Sounds really.
You ain't getting no sunburn.
And about 8 different levels of floors for luxury stores. So you
Yeah,
have
yeah, wow.
Gucci, Louis, all in there multiple times.
Legit.
People shopping. Okay.
That's
That-
amazing.
we that's our travel agent hat.
Yeah.
But we may have convinced some people to go to South Korea now.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop saving up all your money going down to the Caribbean. You've been going there since spring break of 05. Come on, people.
Go to
Go
Korea.
somewhere
Go a
else.
little further.
South Korea
Come
and
on.
check some stuff out. Hey, I'm a little curious on YouTube. Appreciate what you did with the name there, Legendary Keys. I hope everybody gets what they're doing there. All right, Alyssa,
Yes.
you don't know my name.
Oh,
Listen,
no.
if that song comes on right now, like if Jabari played it right now, y'all could be talking. I'll be like, nah, not now. That song was so amazing, and then her being there as like the diner waitress, and so it all means something. Everyone has a song. So how did y'all make these decisions? Because everyone's got something of these two artists. How hard? How hand wringing? Like it's just their catalogs.
Yeah.
So let's start, ladies first. Alyssa, how do you make the decision on Alicia? What you gonna put in?
Definitely. Well, I mean, it's a good question. And it's an easy decision for me, especially because she is my favorite singer. And when creating a tribute show, you have to think about the artist. Respectfully, not every artist could have a tribute show.
Yes.
And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean
Yeah.
that certain artists have the catalog and
Right.
have the years put in. And when I look at someone like Alicia Keys, again, maybe I'm biased because she's one of my favorites, but we're looking at over 20 years of
Yeah.
albums,
Yeah.
right? The first concert I ever went to in 2001, and songs in A minor. And that was honestly, like I said, you can look back through all of these decades and all of these years and always find, oh my gosh, what was I doing at that point in my
Yep.
life when I
Yes.
heard that song? And it resonates, right? And I know I was young when I heard, like, for example, You Don't Know My Name. But you don't ever forget what you felt when you like, may I please speak to Michael? Yes. And I laugh because his name is Michael, and so every time we do this song, I'm like, I'm dedicating it to you.
Yes.
But, and I also laugh because I'm like, oh, that's how you shoot your shot. When I was young, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it's gonna be like. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, I don't know if I would ever do that. I don't know if I would ever call a stranger like that. But again, it's just those things that kind of stick with you over the years. And I'm like, I love this music. I think other people will have that same experience too.
And I will say, shout out to our publicist, Sarah Teresa Communications, but she did remind us that today is the 10th anniversary, I believe, for songs in A minor.
Oh, nice.
So it's June
Well, that's a dope album. That was a dope
Yeah.
album. man.
The
Oh my
synergy.
God.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Might be the label. First
The
of all,
label.
brother, you're doing your thing with that name. Might be the label.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to say Simply Courtney after that?
Right, I don't want to say it.
I love the name.
Add a
But
little extra.
how'd you make that decision, brother?
So for the name, that came when I was about 16, songwriting, doing that sort of thing. The name just kind of came. I was actually writing a song for a rapper and was featured, and Might Be the Label. I don't know, it just came out. It was about fashion references and looking fresh and being fresh. I think that's what I'm trying to bring.
Oh yeah, you did.
Um,
So these decisions on the song.
About the songs, yeah. So, for me, it's an easy decision. If I could play the whole just do Get Lifted,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that would be my tribute show. But
Yeah.
fortunately for John Legend, he does have a greater catalog than that and a lot of hits across multiple albums. But I will be bringing you a lot of Get Lifted in my tribute show. So I want y'all to know you won't be disappointed.
Freshman year of college. Freshman year of
See?
college.
Never
You just
easy.
said it, Alyssa.
Yep.
I let a girl I was talking to borrow that album. Her roommate tracked me down outside in the quad and said, "Can you please get your album back? I'm tired of listening to John Legend. I love him, but I need you to get that album out of our dorm now." And I'll always think of that whole album just front to back, back to front, no skips.
Absolutely.
They talk about no skips.
Absolutely.
And if you just did that whole album, you wouldn't be wrong.
Thank you.
You wouldn't be wrong.
Thank you. Well, we're lifting a lot of songs from that album.
Look at that.
In addition to some of the other love songs, he is actually one of the top wedding song writers in the world. A lot of people use his songs to get married, so we can't disappoint the lovers.
Nope.
We're gonna sing some All of Me and some of the newer records as well.
Yeah, all of me hits different.
Man.
It's every time.
Yeah.
Mike B, you ain't ready. You gonna start hitting all of me and you gonna break down crying on stage.
No.
Mike B, you ain't ready for that one. That one's gonna take you, right?
I actually have sang it maybe over 500 weddings
Oh.
at this point. So,
so
I'm pretty
you're
used
immune.
to immune to
Okay, woo. Because I thought I didn't think you was gonna make it.
No,
You gonna
we got
faint?
it, we got it.
That scene, I think, the show Girlfriends, I think they had that scene, right? Was it All of Me, or what song was that they come into?
we're gonna
Sure.
look that one up.
So I gotta look that up. I'll look it up too. And but no, man, I'm excited. I want to show up now. Now I have to ask a real question. Y'all are inside or y'all are outside?
We are inside.
That's what I wanted to know.
1000%.
Okay, I know they do stuff on the line too.
No.
Say it again. Say it again.
I am real.
Let's go. See if I can take note. Stop putting us outside.
Yeah.
Right.
Austin, Texas. Band owners, managers. Some people want to sing inside every once in a while.
But the heat's good for your voice, though. I heard.
So
Yeah.
so I want people to know then what he's saying is Rollins Theater at the Long Center for the Performing Arts. You're gonna be indoors, little air conditioned. You in a chair. You ain't gotta sweat out that nice suit
No.
when you roll up through.
And we want y'all to come looking nice. This is an event we are trying to draw.
Grown and sexy.
Grown and
That's all
That's
we
what
did.
we want.
Might be, I hate to do this, but hey, if you listen to the show, then you know, and if you don't know, well, you about to know.
Okay.
Can I get that turtleneck that you did for the flyer y'all did for this performance? That
Hey.
was a fire turtleneck. Can I have that?
Appreciate it.
Can I have that?
I actually have it in the closet. You can have it.
See, that's what you gotta do.
You want to borrow my car, or you want to borrow his turtle?
This is what I do. That's Dapper D. That's
Come on.
what I do.
I know.
I'm dapper for free. You know what I'm saying?
Dapper
I ain't
D
gotta
for free?
spend all my money because I am not
Right.
Dapper D the label. I can't afford all the labels.
Right.
See what I did there? Throw it back. Alyssa, I gotta know here. Mike B the label. Does he flow and then you go, or do you flow and then he goes? Because I like the synergy. Y'all sitting close to each other. Y'all have great flow, and I'm just kind of curious. How does this work with two singers? I'm not a singer. I am a rapper, Mike B. Appreciate you. Sometimes we need that help, especially when you're trying to write the hook. Because we ain't no singer. It's like we need a real singer to sing. So like, how do y'all do this? Because I don't know how a dynamic works when you're two great singers. So I want to hear from you. Mike B might have a different answer. But how does this work when y'all
Yeah, that's a really good question, especially because I have worked, and I'm sure you can relate. I've worked so much as a solo artist. I'm like, I work alone. Usually, up to this point, that does not mean I'm closed off to collaborations. I love to collaborate with people, but it has to be the right fit, of course. And I think Mike and I, we worked together in wedding bands and we performed together in the past, and that's kind of how we met and how we connected, but we share a lot of the same values. Of course, we have a great friendship as it is, but we also have that kind of working relationship. We both have the same sort of work goals, and we see things in the same way from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
And that makes a great partner, like a great musical partner, a great business partner. We can kind of connect on all those different levels. It's unique because I wouldn't say that I that's an easy thing to
Yeah.
do, especially as an artist.
Yeah.
You have your methods, you have the way
Yes.
you do things, and it's not always easy to usher in another person
No.
or compromise, hear their ideas, or have them listen to yours. But with us, it's really just kind of a natural thing. We sort of,
That's awesome.
yeah, we hear each other when one of us doesn't like the idea or we have a suggestion. It's never there's never a resistance. It's always like, oh yeah, let's, we work well together, and I don't think that's a coincidence as to why we've gotten so far with.
Well, this is radio, and unfortunately, I'm here for the drama. For those who aren't here, every time she talked and she moved her hands, Mike B flinched. So
Oh, come on.
I don't think the relationship is as
Stop.
even as she
You
thinks
stop.
it is.
Blink
He
twice.
kept ducking.
Blink twice, Mike.
You all right? bud? You all right?
We are recording this.
Yeah, we have proof.
I want to go one more. For those who don't know, he talks about. Listen, in South Korea, I know everybody wanted to feel the texture, but Mike B, you crooning, you're a good-looking person. I just want to know here, Alyssa, when he starts singing and that crowd starts flowing, tell me Mike B stays on script, because something tells me he's milking it just a little long. People throwing some clothing on the stage. And that's what they ask him. Mike B, pull up your shirt. How do you rein him back in?
I mean, look at him.
I
He's
know.
irresistible.
I'm trying to look them up because we in radio. Hey, we're gonna take an obligatory social media pic, so they'll get
because
to
they
see
need to
him.
see
Yes, they
this.
do need to.
Right.
But how do you do that? How do you help bring him back in? Because I know that crowd be taking him
Yeah,
sometimes.
they get distracted,
They
right?
do. I
Because
knew
they're
it.
looking, and then the voice,
Yeah.
and they're like, whoa, what's going on?
He got straight teeth.
that beard,
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He's so humble, though.
Oh, I read that all wrong.
That's what it's
You
about.
guys, I have 2 words for y'all. Cat suit. And our debut show, Alyssa Harris had a black sheer something
So she's
number.
the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what
I read that
That's
wrong.
what I'm
My
telling
bad. I
y'all.
read that all wrong.
Be a little
I thought it was
scared.
Mike B. the
Hey,
label.
you're gonna have to come to the show and see that for sure.
Well, I won't be asking her for the cat suit. Wait, that's okay. One other little thing. I gotta know this. And then, hey, 512-836-2887 if you guys would like to call in. We got Mike B, the label with a Y. Mike B, the label with a Y. And then we have Alyssa Harris. They are going to be at the Rollins Theater Long Center for the Performing Arts on June 7th, the Legendary Keys Tribute Show. For those that are listening, I want to make sure that they understand. So I gotta ask one time. When your mama talk about y'all, do they lead with, yeah, my baby, she a singer, Mike B does this thing, and then also, does your mama call you Mike B the label?
No, she doesn't.
so what is that like? That familial pride? What do they say? Because I think they're over the moon.
I would love to answer this, but being from Texas and having this show here in Austin, my whole family is coming to town.
Yeah.
And I love them so much. They've traveled everywhere and anywhere to hear me perform in crowds of 3 people and crowds of 30,000. They are the consistent ones and the loyal ones, and I love them and appreciate. My mom more than anything will be in the building.
Yeah.
Mama left.
Mama the lady.
Mama
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Mama the
Mama
lady.
left.
That's what
Yes.
that's a pretty dope Instagram handle.
Wasn't it?
Mama Lady.
Yeah.
That's an Instagram right
Yeah,
there.
Oh, I
I think
have to
she
get her
needs
to
to do
change
that.
it.
She
Yeah,
should.
for
She
sure.
will, she will.
People, she'll get a following.
We have matching tattoos.
She's the
so
label
she
maker.
rides
Oh, that's
hard.
cool.
As
Yeah.
the label maker. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I think she is. I think she is the label maker.
I love that.
So Alyssa, what say you? Alyssa with a Y, by the way.
Yes.
Mike with the
exactly.
Y, Alyssa with the
Oh, look
Y.
at that. I never noticed.
Why does that work?
I
But
don't
it
know.
does.
It just works. And I can piggyback off of that. I admire Mike's support system so much. I've met his family at some of his shows
Yeah.
and our shows as well. And I can relate. My family are so supportive. I have my sister, she lives in Houston. So that's nice because that's pretty close, you
Yeah.
know, and she got to come to my last show, and my mom flew out the last time. All the rest of my family are in California, but it's the same thing. It's like when I meet someone that has heard about me, they're always like, "Oh, I've seen you done this, and I see your website. Oh, your mom told me that you did this." You know, they're updated on all of my things before I even had a chance to share it.
Go,
so
mama.
My mom is, she is like my big, of course,
Yeah.
you know, my biggest fan. My sister's my biggest fan. My dad, they're always bragging on me, even when I'm like, okay, but wait, it's not even, come on, it's just a small thing. They're like, no, I'm sharing your stuff on Facebook. My dad's friends are like, wow, I heard you do this, and they're just so supportive, and so I could never take it for granted.
Your mama still got MySpace? Because go look, she may have you out there on
Nobody
MySpace.
got MySpace.
She didn't get the message to shut it down.
That was us.
You
not
trended.
them.
You trended on MySpace.
I know.
And you guys got 2 shows, right? There's a 2 p.m. and a 9 p.m.?
Absolutely. So we have a 2 p.m. show and a 9 p.m. show. The first show we wanted to be early in the day, kind of a matinee and more accessible to the community.
Nice.
So, and also to give y'all a break from that heat.
Mhm.
So come on in. But we will have a American Sign Language interpreter there.
Good.
So for the deaf community and people who are hearing impaired, they will be able to experience the show as well.
Nice. That's gonna be real dope. All right, Alyssa Harris
Yes.
might be the label coming to the legendary Keys Tribute Show, once again coming to the Rollins Theater at the Long Center, June 7th, on Prince's birthday too.
Yes, absolutely. So there's a lot of magic music happening, and it is Black Music Month.
Yes, it is. Come on now.
Black
Y'all
Music
better
Month.
know.
We also have a discount code right now, so you can use the code 50 off.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hey,
Write that down.
Write that down.
Speak slower, please. Slower.
To get your tickets 2 for 1. So
Nice.
we're doing that special for the community.
Awesome. Man, we appreciate y'all coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Please come back.
Absolutely.
We'd
We
love to have
look
you
forward
come
to
back.
seeing y'all, and I will be singing the national anthem at the Austin FC game.
Let's go.
The Juneteenth game, you guys, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, we can be in that thing.
This is an exclusive
We can be in
announcement
that
here
thing.
at KAZI this
Okay,
morning.
do it. Here